Welcome to Beer and Ball, where I, your host, the regular guy, drinks beer and talks ball. I'll be drinking beer and talking sports, two of my favorite pastimes, giving you my hot takes on today's sports climate. Very excited to be doing this. Let's get the show started. Our first topic. Let's talk about LeBron James. Uh, LeBron's new legacy, I would call it. After I know this happened weeks ago, the Cleveland Cavaliers battled back from 3-1 to beat a 73-win Golden State team. Nobody saw that coming after they went down 3-1. That gave him his third championship. I always consider three a lot when you're talking about pro sports. As far as any kind of award, three is a lot. So three championships, three MVPs, three whatever. It's a lot. I think he's officially in that clubhouse now with the third championship. When you talk about guys like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, those type of names. I love a nice cold beer. He's in that clubhouse now. He was just simply spectacular in the finals when his team needed him to be. So this all goes to his legacy, his ongoing legacy. Him doing it in Cleveland and the way that they did it, I think that pretty much wipes out any bad will you could have said or could put on him. Any bad tarnishes, it's gone. He played incredible, but not only his basketball legacy, he's building an overall legacy. Himself as a man. This is gonna be controversial here. I told some friends the other day that I still think Michael Jordan is the better player, but I think LeBron James is a better man. This was right after, this was the next day after the SB. He did the deal with Carmelo and Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul, and for him to speak out on these issues because he doesn't have to. He's already well established. He's already got his. He just doesn't have to give a damn about anybody else. There's going to be cussing during the show too. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. That's okay. We're not always going to be politically correct here. That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. So yeah, he's building more than just a basketball legacy. I think we will largely know Michael Jordan is only a basketball player. I think LeBron James is aiming for something bigger than that. And congrats to LeBron James, man. Definitely, I mean, you look at people like Muhammad Ali. He was so much more than just a boxer. You wouldn't have had all those people show up for his funeral and the RIPs across the world if he was simply just a boxer. So, LeBron James is following that path. He's already, he's conquered basketball. He's done everything in basketball, and so he's building his legacy outside of it. And, hey, way to go, LeBron. I mean, he's really trying to be King James now, and that's great. Now I want to talk about Kyrie Irving for a second. Kyrie Irving's nickname from me is New Mamba. He's the new Mamba now that Kobe has retired. Uh, I thought Kyrie Irving, it was as great as LeBron played. I thought Kyrie Irving should have been the Finals MVP. And him taking the shot. I don't think that was such a big shot for Cleveland. I don't know if anybody else wanted to take the shot. Honestly, that's even including LeBron. That shot was all Kyrie. As soon as he let it go, I just knew it was good. Um, and let me say, I'm not a Cleveland fan. I'm not going to say that. I'm a New York Knicks fan, so I have no horse in this race. I'm just a huge basketball fan and a sports fan. I'm just telling you what I saw. And Kyrie Irving's new Mamba. Really quickly, let's go to the numbers for LeBron James during the finals. 29.7 points a game, 11.3 rebounds, 8.9 assists, 2.6 steals, 2.3 blocks. Shot over 49% from the field. Shot just over 37% from three. Okay. That's him for the entire series. But him over the final three games that they had to win, LeBron goes, I still can't believe this. He goes 36.3 points per game. This is the final three, remember, that they had to win or they were going to lose another championship. 11.7 rebounds a game, 9.7 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Shoots 50% from the field and 40% from three. His plus minus over the last final three games was 13.7. I mean, you can put that up against anybody in the history of the sport. I mean, crazy. LeBron is building on that legacy. Next year is going to be very interesting. See what happens going forward. Next, let's talk about one of the reasons why next year will be so interesting is this year's NBA free agency, this offseason. Man, it was crazy. It was crazy, not because of player movement necessarily, even though KD going to State, that's huge. That's a huge deal. But the money, the fucking money, oh my. The NBA money is ridiculous. It's I don't even have words to describe the money that was thrown around this offseason for NBA free agency. And we're talking about for that average to below average NBA player. It's just crazy. Let's look at these numbers. Mike Conley, 5 years, $153 million for Mike Conley. Mike Conley is not a bad player by any stretch, okay? Mike Conley has never been to an All-Star game. The only accolade or award he has in the NBA is he was second team all defense. And this is like the 2012-2013 season. So it's not even recent, really, you know? $153 million for Mike Conley? Damn. Bradley Beal, $128 million. 5 years. He a nice player, but a 128? Damn. DeMar DeRozan, who we just saw kind of was not that good in the postseason, just got 145 million. DeMar DeRozan, 5 years. This is NBA free agency this year, and it's supposed to be worse next season. I mean, they're just throwing the money around. This is crazy. Chandler Parsons, 4 years, $94 million. Evan Fournier, who averaged his 15 points per game this past season. I mean, it's been a slight improvement, but 15 points per game will get you 5 years and $85 million. Yeah, 15 points a game will get you $85 million now. In today's NBA, Dwight Howard, 3 years, $70 million. Dwight Howard is obviously on the backslide of his career, and he just got $70 million. Kent Bazemore, $70 million. Look, I live in Atlanta. I like Kent Bazemore, cool dude. $70 million, Kent. Luol Deng, just like Dwight Howard, he's obviously coming toward the end of his career. He just got $72 million over 4 years. Marvin Williams, who, we thought Marvin Williams was going to be the next great whoop-de-woo, went to UNC, was a Tar Heel. He just got $54.5 million over 4 years. Let me give you some career numbers for Marvin Williams. 10.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 44.6% shooting, field goal percentage. Those are his career numbers. He just got $54 million last year. 54. 10.5 over a career. Only 5 boys. Ian Mahimi just got $64 million over 4 years. He started about 21% of his games. Okay, this is over an 8-season career. So he's largely been a backup. He just got $64 million. Harrison Barnes, who was bad in the playoffs and stunk it up in the finals for the Warriors, he just got 4 years and $94 million. And that's coming off a bad finals, not a great playoffs, and he just got $94 million. This is the new NBA. The money is ridiculous. I've told my friends, if your kids are playing any sport besides basketball, you are parenting wrong. This money is too large. It would be fiscally irresponsible to ignore this kind of money if you're an athlete. And if you're equally good in, let's say, football and basketball, or basketball and anything, besides maybe being a global soccer star, you have to choose basketball. I could buy a lot of damn bill with $153 million. Let me say this. I'm not hating on any of these guys. I had an uncle who played in the NFL. The life of a pro athlete is not as easy as people think. You have a short amount of time to capitalize on your talent. Your body only lasts so long. I'm happy these guys are getting this money, man. Even though it's crazy, and it's so astronomical. But good. I'm all about player power in these leagues. And more money will get you more power. But honestly, if they're getting this kind of money, the owners are getting even more. Like, they can afford to do this because they just wouldn't be throwing these numbers out here like this. They just would. So, the NBA is obviously doing really well. The TV contracts and everything's working for him. Adam Silver, he has to be thrilled. The NBA has been all the talk for quite a few months now. And free agency just turned it up even more. Hell, I even been watching some summer league. I never do that shit, but the NBA is the hot thing right now. It is. In America, ball is the top sport, but globally, basketball is kicking its ass. And I think, I want to transition from going from talking about NBA free agency to the future of the NBA. All of this NBA money and these contracts, I think it's a problem for other sports, but mainly NFL. I think it's a problem for the NFL. The money is so different. Like I said, if my son is playing, throwing the football, I would tell him to put it down and start dribbling that damn basketball. Um, because to make the kind of money that the NBA players are making in the NFL, you have to be an all-pro caliber player. You have to be their top of the top to make NBA money in the NFL. The contracts aren't guaranteed. In a lot of cases, these guys aren't even getting half of what their contract is saying or listed or whatever you see on ESPN. You see that big number flash across. They never see all of that. Von Miller just signed his deal. He's not going to see all of that. They're going to restructure. They're going to come and renegotiate his deal in like 3 seasons. He's never going to see all of his money. In the NBA, they're guaranteed. When a guy like Ian Mahimi can come in and make $64 million, and he's just largely been a backup. Like I said, he's only started 21% of the games he's played, and this is over 8 seasons. Ian Mahimi isn't getting paid off potential. He's not getting that $64 million off potential. We know what Ian Mahimi is and what he can do because we have 8 seasons to show us that. This is generational changing as far as the money in the NBA. You can't ignore it. And I don't think the NBA. I don't think the NFL can ignore it. I think NFL players see the NBA numbers, and I think they get a little jealous. I think the NFL is going to have to do something to respond. Either it's gonna come to some point where the NFL is going to have to guarantee some guys contracts. And honestly, I don't even know why they don't do it now. Like if I'm Aaron Rodgers or Cam Newton, I would make you guarantee my contract because I'm fucking Aaron Rodgers or I'm fucking Cam Newton, and you have to have me. Because if you don't, I bet you someone else will. If Green Bay doesn't guarantee Aaron Rodgers' contract, I bet you Jerry Jones will in Dallas. It'll all it takes is one. All it takes is one. I think this scares NFL owners. These NBA numbers, because everybody's seeing this. This isn't no fucking secret. So there is going to come to a point there where they are going to have to give the NFL players more security. What I think is what's going to happen. I think the NFL player base will start to shrink. When you look at the difference in money and the physical toll that football just puts on the body, the head trauma issue, we still don't have all the data on head trauma and where that's going to lead to. So I think the NFL player base will begin to shrink, and that starts at the youth level. There's already parents pushing their kids away from youth football. You can already see that now. NFL and football in general, but mostly the NFL, because when you say football, you're largely talking about the NFL. They will have to answer what the NBA is doing. Like I said, if you have a kid and he can have a future in either one, I'm pushing him toward basketball because of the money is so much bigger. Even if he's just average in the NBA, he can set up our family for life. And it's not the same physical toll as with football. I think the future of the NBA is very bright because those kids who would have otherwise uh, play football will gravitate more toward basketball. Uh, the bigger stars are in basketball. If we look at the NFL's biggest star. Let's just let's compare like Cam Newton, who is MVP, All Pro, just in the Super Bowl, is a face of the NFL. I mean, let's compare his popularity to LeBron James or even Steph Curry, and it's really not close as far as who is more popular, who is the bigger star. LeBron James and Steph Curry are bigger stars than Cam Newton. And they don't have a helmet covering up their face. That plays somewhat in it, but there are other factors in it as well. I you know I'm a huge NBA. Listen, my favorite sport as the regular sports guy that I am, it's college football. I fucking love college football. I'm from the South. I'm from Florida. Florida boy, go Noles. And it's college football. It used to be NFL, but no, it's college football and it's NBA. I like the NBA over NFL football now. And I don't know if that's because they just forced the NFL down our throats, kind of. I really think the NFL would play every day of the week if they could. And I think they would go I think they would go year long if they could. If if they could logistically do it, I think the NFL executives and I think they would love to do it. I guess I'm just a little fatigued on the NFL. Some of the rule changes maybe turned me off a little bit, which is you got a catch-22 situation because you need the game to be safer, but the game it's changing because of that. It's not the same thing as when I was a kid. For me, college football, while it still remains number one, even though you got the rule changes in there too, is the pageantry, the tradition, the colors. It's Saturday football games are much more lively than the Sunday football games, honestly. Like I've been to college games live and I've been to NFL games live, and I always have a better time at a college game. So college, football is still my number one sport. Pay those guys. Fuck. You got it's a $1 billion industry. Fucking pay the players. Seriously. I'll definitely have to get into that. I'll probably get into that topic when the college football season rolls around, which is pretty fucking close. Psyched about that. Yeah, the future of the NBA looks fucking bright, man. I mean, they slinging that money, man. Like, crazy, man. So, to me, if Mike Conley got 153, I mean, fuck, what is Russell Westbrook gonna get next year? At least gotta get 200 million, right? And Russell Westbrook, Mike Conley. Anyway, next topic. Let's talk about. I want to talk about the Olympics for a little bit. For the lack of interest for the Olympics, Man, when I was younger, the Olympics was the shit. And like the build up to the Olympics, got you ready for the Olympics. It's really been no build up for the Olympics. What's going on? Why is that? I don't know. It's just I forget that the Olympics are going to happen this year until they make mention on it here and there, and usually when they make mention, it's something negative. I guess my question is, what is up with the lack of Olympic interest this year? I guess maybe because a lot of guys had to pull out. A lot of people pulled out because of the afraid of the Zika virus, all that kind of stuff. And that's legitimate. I think a couple weeks ago I heard Usain Bolt. It was taught that he may not be able to make it because of injury. And for me, when I heard that, I was like, well, shit, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch any of it, because I wanted to see Usain do his thing. Him, Michael Phelps qualifying is pretty good because you need star power, you know, in whatever you're gonna do. I'm opening another beer. You need star power in whatever you're gonna do. When you're gonna do something like this. I had a thought. I think maybe in this new day that we live in, drinking beer, getting all philosophical and shit, trying to sound smart. I'm a college student, senior. Making a mess with my beer. But maybe 4 years is too long of a wait period between Olympics now. We live in this fast digital age and everything is now, quick. We want everything faster, fucking faster. So in a society where we do, the instant post on Facebook or Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. I don't even really know how Snapchat works. I don't have Snapchat. But anyway, Instagram, all of that stuff, it's instant. You can get your stuff out of there instant. Even YouTube. Maybe in that cultural climate, 4 years just may be too long of a wait. And I don't know if they would ever actually consider, changing that rule of the Olympics. I don't know what all would have to happen about that. But I think they need to have a realistic discussion about it because the last Olympics does seem that seems like, damn, it seems really far back. And it was just 4 years ago. But damn, it really, fucking 2012 and 2016, that's a large gap. It's not, but it is. So they gotta, the Olympic Committee, they gotta look into that. Maybe 2 years, instead of 4. Maybe that's the lack of interest. That, and then like I said, you got the people, pulling out because of the Zika virus. They fucked up. They did. Brazil is beautiful. Rio, cool. But this, they needed to do better forecasting. But it's kind of too late. The Olympic Games will be here pretty soon. Go everybody. I am an American, but I'm just gonna say go everybody. Go out, do your best, and that's that, man. Just be safe. I just pray. As I've gotten older, I don't pray for my team to win anymore. I just pray that everybody be healthy at the end of the game, and whoever wins. So if America goes over there and kicks ass and win a bunch of medals, well, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. That's all right with me. But the main thing, just go over there, compete, try your hardest, come back home healthy, guys. And that's that for the Olympics. Man, I think that may be it for this first episode. I just want to do a quick shout out to Evo Fighting Game Tournament happening this weekend. That was up on my computer earlier. I'm a huge fighting game fan. I suck at fighting games compared to people who are really, really good at them. But I will sit here for hours and watch two guys play Street Fighter on the live stream. That shit is exciting to me. Like I'm just amazed at how good these guys are. Not good, how great these guys are. All the hard work that they put in to pull off maneuvers and the nuances of the game that I will just never fully get on a level, and I understand some of the stuff, but the execution that these guys are able to pull off with the muscle memory. You know, it's kind of athletic, you know, in a way, with the way that they have to perform in these big tournaments. EVO is probably the biggest tournament for fighting games that's happening this weekend. So shout out to EVO, everybody there, you know, doing their thing. I wish I was good enough to play on that stage. Yeah, just shouts out to that. Congratulations to the winner. The winner, they're gonna have the fun. Street Fighter's like, that's my favorite game. So the Street Fighter finals will be tomorrow. And congratulations to whoever win that motherfucker. Because I mean, you win Street Fighter 5 tournament at EVO, you a bad motherfucker. Like, straight up. So, you have one on me for that, for EVO. What else? Nothing else really sports related. I just want to say before I go really quick about the current state of the nation, America. Chill the fuck out, everybody, man. Just there's only one race. That's the human race. This black and white stuff and Hispanic and all the other groups is ridiculous. We should be able to live with each other and amongst each other. So chill the fuck out, grab a beer, talk about, if you're going to argue about something, don't argue about race, argue about sports teams. Seriously. So this is the first episode 1. Hopefully we have more. Hopefully you guys tune in. I'm the regular guy, the regular sports fan. Signing off. Beer and ball.
Not enough troops to contend with the worsening security situation.
He was then flown into the